Early in the evening, late in the summer, I sat with my family around our kitchen table. My mother plated fish and chips and my father checked his watch for the bus times, and I, for the lack of a better word, sulked. I couldn't believe my parents were being so unreasonable. Smile, Kyra, please, and take your elbows off the table, Mum said. I straightened up, but I didn't smile. How could I? Have you thought about what I asked? Mum sighed and gave me a look. Left eyebrow raised, forehead creased. We can't at the moment. We've got you a new phone and a computer, but the clothes and the makeup you want is just too much money. So you want me to look like a pauper? I did all the work, got that scholarship, so you can send me to school looking like Oliver Twist. Your father has taken a second job to support you with this wonderful opportunity. Be grateful. The richest kids in the country go to this school. Have you seen their Instagrams? I pulled out my phone and flashed a page. I need to fit in. Dad, who was funneling chips down his throat, stopped. Kyra, you will fit in. Trust me, you're the smartest person that I know. They will love you at this school. We can't do anything more at the minute. We took out that loan to get you those books, your computer, and that phone. Raise the loan, I snapped. I just need a few new handbags, that's it. We can't, Kyra. Dad picked up his fork. You're gonna be fine. You're enough already. I stood up and I looked at them both. How could they do this to me? I stifled a scream and left. 6 months later, winter had everyone at Collard Academy scarfed and coated and gloved up. I managed to get hold of some Canadian Goose apparel on discount, so I didn't stick out too much in the designer war. I made 3 friends in my first month at school. They thought my accent was cute and they didn't comment that I took the bus to school instead of being driven in, as was the Collard norm. I was kind of fitting in. One lunchtime we were all standing in the art area, away from the insufferable Year 7s. We need a holiday, Louise, our self-appointed leader, said. St. Bart's will do the trick. Annette, the richest of us, replied, eyes still on her phone. Let's book flights tonight. Louise looked at us all, and everybody nodded but me. A holiday would be too expensive. Louise saw my face and said, You're busy isn't an answer, Kyra. You already missed the last vacation. I'm starting to think you don't like us. I shook my head. How could I tell him the truth? Leave her, Louise. Marcy, who rarely spoke because of fear of wrinkles, said, You know she doesn't have the money. Bart's will be more than what her father earns in a month. Marcy turned to me. No offense, KK. You know I love you. Mwah. She blew a kiss. I should have slapped her in her stupid face, but instead I swallowed and breathed. Mum taught me how to control my anger. I'll come to St. Bart's. It's one of my favourite places. I often went when I was younger. Let me know the flights and dates and I'll book. I launched a fake smile at Marcy. Amazing, said Louise. We need to start planning outfits. My dad knows the best drivers on the island. We're not getting public transport anywhere. My dad said he'll get us a chaperone. We can go to the boutiques and the restaurants. My heart sank. Drivers, boutiques, how could I afford all that? I smiled through the pain. Getting 2 buses to school when everyone else was chauffeured was annoying. Wearing the same coat every day when everyone else bounced from designer to designer was jarring. But what actually hurt was the silent judgment that everyone gave me. I felt it walking through the corridors. It was like I was a cancer patient. Maybe if I went on this trip, it would show them that I'm more than a smart poor girl. Maybe. It was later on that evening. Dad kept an emergency credit card hidden in the kitchen. I wasn't supposed to know about it, but our house was small and secrets were impossible. I planned to take the credit card, withdraw the money needed for the trip, and then return the card without anyone knowing. Then, when my parents realised the money was gone, I would feign ignorance. Simple. I snuck into the kitchen when I was sure everyone was asleep. I opened the spice cupboard and searched for the silver tin. My main worry was the creaky floor. One step wrong could ruin everything. The tin sat behind jars of paprika and turmeric. I plucked it from the cupboard and placed it on the kitchen table. I did everything without a sound. I was so impressed with myself until, Kyra, I jumped and followed the voice. It was Mum. What are you doing? She stared at the tin. Think, think, think. I looked for an excuse as Mum walked to the doorway to the kitchen table. Think, Kyra. I'm going to ask you one more time. What are you doing? She was calm, but so was a volcano before it blew. I was looking for spice. We need it for tomorrow, Anna. I stopped. Mum made her look. Sit down. I listened. What's going on? I looked at Mum's face. Her eyes, a disappointment. I sighed. My friends wanted to go on holiday and I need the money. So you thought you'd steal? You don't understand, Mum. They looked at me like I'm ill, diseased. They whisper and point. I get a new coat and their parents fly them in a new wardrobe from Italy. I just want to fit in. Kyra, Mum sat down. If these friends don't respect you for you, then they aren't your friends. No holiday is going to change that. If I can show them that I'm not poor, then they might see me for who I am. Mum took her hands into my own. They were so warm. Money won't make them see how wonderful and smart and brave you are. She stroked the back of my hand. Everything good about you can be seen without money. I know fitting in is hard, and I'm sorry your father and I can't fly you in new clothes from Italy, but this isn't the way. You are valuable, just as you are. And if your friends can't see that, it's their loss. I nodded, and something happened for the first time in months. I smiled. I may not have been able to go on holiday in St. Bart's or have a chauffeur drive me to school, and my school coat would last me for the entire year and summer the next. But I knew one thing. I was enough. Don't be peer pressured into fitting in. If you have to please your friends to be their friends, can you imagine what you'll have to do to remain their friends? Can you relate? Should she have been direct and told her friends she couldn't afford the holiday? What would you do? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more stories.